Look at the night sky. What do you see? You see a vast, endless ocean of darkness sprinkled with billions of stars. You see galaxies that are millions of light years wide. You see a universe so massive that the human brain cannot comprehend its scale. Now, imagine I told you that all of this, every star, every planet, every atom, every second of history, every thought you have ever had, fits inside a single dot. Not a metaphorical dot, a literal geometric point, a singularity. And imagine I told you that this dot is not out there in space, it is right here. 1400 years ago, in the city of Kufa, a man gathered his students. He was known as the Gate of Knowledge, a warrior, a mystic, and a sage, Ali ibn Abi Talib. He looked at the scroll of the Quran. He pointed to the first letter, Ba, and then he pointed to the tiny ink dot beneath the letter. He said a sentence that has puzzled mystics and philosophers for centuries. All that is in the Quran is in the Fatiha. All that is in the Fatiha is in the Bismillah. All that is in the Bismillah is in the letter Ba. And all that is in the letter Ba is in the dot beneath it. And I am that dot. What did he mean? Was this poetic exaggeration, or was he describing the fundamental architecture of reality? Was he describing the Big Bang before we had telescopes? Was he describing the holographic principle before we had computers? Welcome back to Hidden Atlas. Today, we are going to perform the ultimate compression. We are going to collapse the universe into a singularity. We are going to explore the physics of the nukta, the point. We are going to look at the black hole information paradox and how it proves that 3D reality is a 2D projection. We are going to analyze the structure of the Arabic alphabet as a code for cosmic creation. And finally, we are going to show you how you, the conscious observer, are the dot that creates the world. To understand the dot, we must first understand the beginning. Modern cosmology tells us that 13.8 billion years ago, the entire observable universe was compressed into a space smaller than a proton. This is the initial singularity. Infinite density, infinite heat, zero volume. In this state, the laws of physics did not exist. Time did not exist. Space did not exist. There was no outside the dot, because the dot was everything. Then, for reasons we still don't understand, the dot expanded. It inflated like a balloon. Energy cooled down into matter. Quarks became protons. Protons became atoms. Atoms became stars. Stars became us. But here is the crucial question that physicists ask. How did a tiny dot know how to build a galaxy? How did it know the exact value of the speed of light? How did it know the code for DNA? If you compress a library into a microchip, the information is still there. The singularity was not nothing, it was everything in potential. The Sufis call this state al-ratq, the fused entity, and they say that the first thing God created was not a physical particle, it was the pen, al-kalam, and the pen created the dot, al-nukta. In Arabic calligraphy, everything starts with a dot. The letter alif is made of stacked dots. The letter ba is a horizontal line of dots. The dot is the unit of measurement. It is the building block of the entire script, just like the pixel is the building block of the digital image. When Hazrat Ali said, "Knowledge is a single point, but the ignorant have multiplied it," he was stating a law of information theory. Truth is simple. Truth is singular. Complexity is an illusion. Think about a circle. A circle is just a single point that decided to go for a walk. If you stop the movement, the circle disappears and only the point remains. Ali was saying that the universe is a line drawn by a single point of consciousness moving through time. If you catch the point, you catch the whole universe. But his statement, "I am the dot," is the most radical part. He is not saying Ali the human is the dot. He is speaking from the state of cosmic consciousness. He is identifying with the observer. To understand how a human can be a dot and a dot can be a universe, we have to leave classical physics behind. We have to enter the strange, holographic world of black holes. In the 1970s, Stephen Hawking engaged in a famous intellectual war with Leonard Susskind and Gerard et Hooft. The battleground was the event horizon of a black hole. Hawking argued that when something falls into a black hole, the information is destroyed, gone forever, deleted from the universe. This violated the fundamental law of quantum mechanics. Information is never lost. Susskind found the solution, and the solution changed our view of reality forever. He proved that when an object falls into a black hole, its 3D information is not lost inside. Instead, the information is plastered onto the 2D surface of the event horizon. Imagine a can of soup. The soup, the 3D substance, is inside, but the ingredients, the data, the description of the soup, is written on the label, the 2D surface. Susskind realized that a black hole is like that can. The event horizon is a shell of data. It encodes everything inside. Then they took it a step further. If this is true for a black hole, it might be true for the entire universe. This is the holographic principle. It states that our 3D reality, the chairs, the planets, your body, the depth of space, is actually a projection. We are hologram. The real data is stored on a distant 2D surface, the boundary of the universe. And what we experience as reality is just the light bouncing off that data. This sounds like science fiction, but the math works. In fact, the math works better if we assume the universe is 2D. Now, let's go back to Hazrat Ali and the dot. The Arabic letter ba is shaped like a boat or a container. Ba, slash. The dot is underneath it. In Sufi cosmology, the ba represents the creation, the form, the hologram. The dot represents the essence, the source, the projector. The dot is what holds the ba in place. Without the dot, the ba is just a meaningless line. Ali is saying, "I am the data source. I am the singularity that projects the hologram." He is teaching us that the visible world is just the explicate order, unfolded, but the implicate order exists in a single point. David Bohm, the great quantum physicist, used this exact terminology. He said the universe folds and unfolds. Think of a drop of ink in a glass of glycerin. If you stir the glycerin, the ink spreads out and becomes invisible, enfolded. It looks like it's gone, but if you stir it backward, the ink gathers again into a single drop, unfolded. The dot is the ink drop. The universe is the stirred glycerin. We think we are separate, spread out, distant from each other, but we are all just the same ink stretched thin. This explains non-locality in physics. How can two particles on opposite sides of the universe communicate instantly? Quantum entanglement. Because in the realm of the dot, they are at the same coordinates. Distance is an illusion of the hologram. In the source code, everything is interconnected. But why is the dot knowledge? Knowledge is a single point, but the ignorant have multiplied it. Imagine you want to describe a circle. The ignorant man, the scientist, measures the circumference, he measures the radius, he calculates pi, he writes volumes of books about the geometry of the curve, he multiplies the knowledge. The wise man simply puts his finger on the center. If you know the center, you know the circle. You don't need to measure it, you are the definition of it. This is the difference between information, data, and gnosis, marifa. Information is linear. It takes time to learn. Gnosis is punctual. It is a point. It happens in an instant, the aha moment. When you download a file, it comes in packets. But when you unzip the file, the information is simultaneous. The mystic is someone who has found the zip file of the universe. But how does this relate to you? You might say, okay, the universe is a dot, but I am a small person living on a rock. I feel small. This is where the second great teaching of Hazrat Ali comes in, the inversion of scale. Hazrat Ali wrote a poem that is the manifesto of human potential. He addressed the human being and said, "You think you are a small planet, Jism Sagir, but within you, the greater universe, Alam Kabir, is folded." Read that again. Folded. Just like David Bohm's implicate order, just like the holographic principle, where the whole is contained in every part. If you cut a photograph in half, you get half a picture. But if you cut a hologram in half, you get the whole picture, just a little fuzzier. If you cut it again, you still get the whole picture. Every piece of a hologram contains the information of the entire image. Ali is telling us that the human being is a shard of the cosmic hologram. We are not just a part of the universe, we are the universe. We contain the Big Bang, we contain the stars, we contain the history of time in our DNA and our consciousness. Let's look at this biologically. You started as a single cell, a zygote, a biological dot. That single dot contained the code for your eyes, your heart, your brain, your height, your voice. It unfolded into trillions of cells, but every single cell in your body today still contains that original DNA. The cell in your fingernail contains the code to build your brain. It just doesn't use it. You are a biological hologram. Hazrat Ali is saying you are a spiritual hologram too. The remedy is within you, but you do not sense it. Your sickness is from you, but you do not perceive it. You are the clearly visible book by whose letters the hidden becomes manifest. He calls the human the book. This connects to the source code idea. We are not the reader of the book, we are the book itself. The letters of the matrix are written on our soul. This changes the definition of learning. We don't learn by taking things in from the outside. We learn by uncovering what is already inside. Plato called this anamnesis, unforgetting. The Quran calls it zikr, remembrance. We are not discovering new lands, we are just remembering the map we swallowed before we were born. This concept of folding solves the problem of distance between man and God. If God is infinite and man is finite, how can they meet? They meet in the dot. The dot is the dimensionless point where the finite touches the infinite. In geometry, a point has 0 dimensions. It takes up no space. Therefore, it belongs to the spirit, not to matter. The heart, qalb, is the location of this dot in the human energy system. The Sufis call it al-Nukta al-Swawida, or the black dot, or the secret, seer. It is a black hole in the center of your consciousness. It absorbs everything. It reflects nothing. If you enter this dot, you exit the simulation. When Ali said, "I am the dot," he was speaking from this station. He had collapsed his ego. The ego is volume. It takes up space. It says, "I am here, you are there." When the ego collapses, the volume becomes a point, and a point has no boundaries. Therefore, a point is one with everything. This brings us to the ultimate paradox. The point is both nothing and everything. It is nothing because it has no size. It is everything because it creates all lines, all shapes, and all letters. So, the journey of the mystic is a journey of becoming small. We try to be big. We want big houses, big names, big legacies. But the bigger you are, the more trapped you are in the hologram. The smaller you become, humble, silent, focused, the closer you get to the dot. And when you become the dot, you become infinite. How do we practice this? How do we find the dot in the chaos of our daily lives? We live in a world of distraction. Our attention is scattered, multiplied. 1,000 notifications, 1,000 worries, 1,000 desires. We are the ignorant who have multiplied the point. To find the dot, we must practice concentration, jam. This is the art of gathering the scattered fragments of the soul back into the center. Here is the hidden atlas protocol for collapsing your universe into a dot. 1. The visual focused, Bindu Trataka. There is a reason why archers and calligraphers are often mystics. They practice single-pointed focus. Take a piece of white paper, draw a single black dot in the center, put it on the wall, sit in front of it, stare at the dot. Do not blink, do not look away. At first, your mind will rebel. It will want to look at the wall, the clock, the phone. Keep bringing it back to the dot. After a few minutes, an optical illusion will happen. The peripheral vision will fade to gray. The room will disappear. Only the dot will remain. Then even the dot will disappear. You will enter a void. This is a micro-simulation of the big crunch. You are training your brain to ignore the hologram and focus on the source. The mantric focus, the Bismillah. Hazrat Ali said the secret is in the ba of Bismillah. The word Bismillah means in the name of Allah. The letter ba means with or by. It signifies connection. When you say Bismillah, visualize the dot beneath the ba. Visualize that this dot is the plug connecting you to the power plant of God. Without the plug, the machine doesn't work. Before you drink water, before you start your car, before you open your laptop, find the dot. Pause for 1 second, connect, then act. This turns a mundane action into a divine ritual. The present moment, the temporal dot. Time is a line, past, present, future. But the past is a memory, ghost. The future is a fantasy, dream. Only the present moment is real. The present moment is the dot of time. It has no duration. It is an instant. If you can stay in the now, you step out of time. Anxiety lives in the line. Peace lives in the dot. When you feel stressed, it's because you are stretched out on the line. Contract yourself. Come back to right now. We live in a world of distraction. Our attention is scattered, multiplied. 1,000 notifications, 1,000 worries, 1,000 desires. We are the ignorant who have multiplied the point. To find the dot, we must practice concentration, jam. This is the art of gathering the scattered fragments of the soul back into the center. Here is the hidden atlas protocol for collapsing your universe into a dot. 1. The visual focused, Bindu Trataka. There is a reason why archers and calligraphers are often mystics. They practice single-pointed focus. Take a piece of white paper, draw a single black dot in the center, put it on the wall, sit in front of it, stare at the dot. Do not blink, do not look away. At first, your mind will rebel. It will want to look at the wall, the clock, the phone. Keep bringing it back to the dot. After a few minutes, an optical illusion will happen. The peripheral vision will fade to gray. The room will disappear. Only the dot will remain. Then even the dot will disappear. You will enter a void. This is a micro-simulation of the big crunch. You are training your brain to ignore the hologram and focus on the source. The mantric focus, the Bismillah. Hazrat Ali said the secret is in the ba of Bismillah. The word Bismillah means in the name of Allah. The letter ba means with or by. It signifies connection. When you say Bismillah, visualize the dot beneath the ba. Visualize that this dot is the plug connecting you to the power plant of God. Without the plug, the machine doesn't work. Before you drink water, before you start your car, before you open your laptop, find the dot. Pause for 1 second, connect, then act. This turns a mundane action into a divine ritual. The present moment, the temporal dot. Time is a line, past, present, future. But the past is a memory, ghost. The future is a fantasy, dream. Only the present moment is real. The present moment is the dot of time. It has no duration. It is an instant. If you can stay in the now, you step out of time. Anxiety lives in the line. Peace lives in the dot. When you feel stressed, it's because you are stretched out on the line. Contract yourself. Come back to right now. Right now, am I okay? Yes, I am breathing. I am here. Collapse the timeline. Be the dot. The social dot, the unity. When you look at another person, realize that they are also a dot. They are just another projection of the same source. The hostility comes from looking at the shapes, race, religion, status. The love comes from looking at the ink. Namaste means the dot in me bows to the dot in you. Practice X-ray vision. Look past the avatar. See the light code underneath. The final secret, the Suweda. There is a secret meditation in Tasawwuf called the Rabita of the Heart. You visualize a black point in the center of your heart. You imagine that this point is a window opening into an infinite ocean of light. You throw your thoughts, your ego, your identity into that black point. Let them be crushed. Let them be deleted. What remains is the face of God. Hazrat Ali's statement was not just philosophy, it was a declaration of victory. I am the dot means I have conquered the illusion of separation. I am the dot means I am the witness of the creation. We are searching for a theory of everything. Scientists are building massive particle colliders to find the smallest particle. They are looking for the dot by smashing the mirror, but the dot is not in the debris. The dot is in the eye of the scientist. The universe fits in a dot because the universe is a thought inside the mind of the Absolute, and you possess a spark of that mind. So do not feel small, do not feel insignificant. You are the carrier of the code. You are the keeper of the secret. You are the dot under the ba. If you decide to wake up, the whole universe wakes up with you, because there is only one of us here. Thank you for shrinking the universe with us. This episode was a journey from the edge of the cosmos to the center of your heart. Did you feel the shift? Did you feel the compression? Tell us in the comments, do you feel like a small planet, or do you feel the greater universe folded inside you? Subscribe to Hidden Atlas. We are connecting the dots. Until next time, stay centered, stay singular, and remember, everything starts with a point.